I don't like doing it.
Oh, wow.
That's a good question.
Before I start, I just want to say, hi, good morning. I'm Chris. I'm a YouTuber from the Philippines.
Hey, Chris.
I'm a huge fan. This is such an honor. Been a huge fan of you since I watched 300 on the big screen.
Oh, nice.
And Watchmen is definitely one of my favorites.
Oh, cool.
Growing up loving this genre, I remember a time as a kid, playing with laser swords and blasters. Were you like that as well? And if so, how fulfilling was it to make a film like this as an adult?
It is fulfilling because I feel like it's exactly as you say. It's one of those mythologies that's in all of us that you could easily, anyone can start to express pew, pew, pew. That's just in you, Getting an opportunity to sort of make a movie is tell a story in a world that is whole cloth creation is really just an honor and something, even though it's a labor of love and difficult and all that, it's still in the end really fulfilling and fun to do.
What is it about directing an ensemble cast do you love most? And also, what is it
I don't
about...
like doing it.
Well, what is it about that keeps you up at night?
Yeah, I don't, you know what, it's funny, I always go why do I always do this to myself? Why do I do these giant casts? I don't think about it that way. Maybe because when I'm writing, I'm just oh yeah, this would be cool, make the team, put this big team together, that'd be fun. But in the end, it's just difficult, to give every character their full time on screen and their full arc, and you have to track all the things and make sure that they have catharsis and all the, which is difficult, but thank God I had 2 movies to fill it out.
Even as a director, you also like handling the camera when you film.
Yes.
What is it about being right in the middle of the action, so to speak, that makes you tell a better story?
I do love the physical act of camera operation. I don't know. It's sort of athletic. It's like a skill. Inside of it, your sort of style, the style that you see with, that becomes a third character, especially in an action sequence. If you know the fight choreography, where you can anticipate where the hits are going to come and sort of find them, but also do it in a way that feels organic. There's just a lot of subtlety to it. It's like playing a game, and so you're in with the actors in a lot of ways. You're a participant in their performance and in the sort of telling of the movie in a real physical way, and the communication is really clean because I can just go listen, you need to, after that, you need to step there because I got to be able to get over here. And they're oh, okay, got it.
Getting the chance to direct and write a lot of films in your career, what was the one thing that you've learned in those experiences that you still keep with you until today? Like a mindset you brought with you on the set of Rebel Moon that you didn't necessarily have in your earlier career?
I don't know. I mean, for me, I feel like I've kind of done it the same way from Dawn of the Dead till now. I manage the schedule better now than I used to, I'll tell you that. But just because I know, you sort of get a sense of how long it takes to do something a little bit better than maybe when I first started out. But I think the actual personality of the way I work and how I interact, I don't think that's changed.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm a YouTuber from the Philippines.
Hello.
Awesome
Hi.
job. Sophia, the fight sequences in this movie were amazingly shot and choreographed. Was there a new skill you had to learn when doing the action, or was there a specific challenge you had to face that you never experienced before in doing action scenes like this?
Yes, yes. I had to learn how to hold a gun properly, which I didn't know how to, and run with a gun and walk with a gun, and I wanted that to be really second nature. And
it looked like it.
Oh, thank you. And I think the other part is just, I think fighting around that structure that Ed and I fight around, because we really had to make that part of our element. It was really like a third character during that sequence.
For Ed, you mentioned that in preparing for the role, instead of adding, you thought of it as removing aspects, like removing conscience, kindness. Do you still try to find the humanity in Admiral Atticus when getting into this role, though? Or was it just try to be as ruthless as possible?
This was the first villain that I've played where I really removed the humanity completely. Really, in the past, think I've found my success with finding a tiny, just one pinch of salt of humanity amongst the kind of monstrous nature of these people. An element of humanity that people can say, I get it, maybe I could be like that. With Noble, I wanted you to feel like I could never be like that. This is just horrific and monstrous, and how could somebody be like this? Like, really, this is like the evolution of evil. The evil.
Evolution.
Yeah. That was really fun to play and really kind of challenging and horrible at the same time.
I'm sure at some point your characters would have to, train and work out. So what would be your character's Spotify workout playlist?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
That's a good question.
I think she needs a bit of classical calming music, like something a bit peaceful for her to work out, just to contrast a bit with what she's used to, what she grew up part of.
I think the funny thing is, I think it would be classical for Noble, but it wouldn't be peaceful. It'd be like some Wagner or some big yes, so it'd be something like
Really
that.
intense orchestral.
I think so.
Thank you so much for your time and awesome
Thank
movie.
you.
Thank you. Great question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Before I start, I just want to say 조나침, 제 이름은 크리스입니다. 저는 필리핀에서 온 유튜버입니다.
아, 네.
만나서 반갑습니다.
Perfect.
Was it okay?
No, it was yeah, more than okay.
I learned that just for you.
No way! Oh my god.
So I'm a big fan, and I love watching you in Sense8 and Kingdom.
Thank you.
For Rebel Moon, I'm curious, how much do you see yourself in your character Nemesis? What similarities or differences do you have with her?
The biggest difference is she fights really well and I don't. I'm not a good fighter. And physically she's really amazing, but you might not know what she's really like watching part 1, because in part 2 you can see more of her and you can hear more of her story. She's kind of very warm-hearted. She's traumatized a little bit and she's dreaming about revenge, but still very warm-hearted and heartbroken person. She's so determined to protect the kids or the weak people, and I think it's a little bit similar to myself.
So how fulfilling was it to make a movie like this?
I haven't watched any of Star Wars series yet. I'm not a movie mania.
Okay.
Embarrassed to say that as an actress, but it was really fun of working on that 2 swords, lightning swords, and looking cool in a film.
So what would be Nemesis' workout playlist?
Oh, you will watch it on part 2, I think.
Oh, very cool. I'm excited for that.
She has her own routine,
Oh.
and you will watch it. If it's still there.
All right.
We shot it.
Okay.
So maybe you will see it one day.
If there was a blooper reel in Rebel Moon, which I'm sure there will be, who do you think will be featured the most?
The funniest one was definitely, I think, Stars. He's really, really funny and adorable. I mean, I loved talking rubbish with him on set, and it's not easy to work in the middle of nowhere, in the desert, and whenever Stars there, he's uplifting people. So we were kind of messing around a lot, teasing each other. Yeah, I love him. Yeah.
감사합니다. Thank you so much.
감사합니다.
Thank you so much.